Shah from the shell end. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover field. Nicely fielded out deep on the boundary. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Doesn't beat the infield. Massive outside edge. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Over India, a 74 for 1.
It's been good bowling. Batters just haven't adjusted to the conditions tonight.
Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. And finds the inside edge. Well bowled. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Perfectly timed.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller and have been put away.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
That's 50, a simple raise of the bats, thumbs up to their batting partner, and they're ready to go again.
Edged. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Couldn't get it through the field. Edge, but it drops safely. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Drilled that one away.
Bowling, sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot. point chasing that.
Edged, what a ball. That's the over. India are 87 for 1.
They've been pegged back to the point of scoring at a sort of test match rate. Extremely well bowled.
Afridi from the pavilion end. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Edge, amazing delivery. Massive appeal. Might have just been missing though. Edged, unplayable. Pakistan with a massive shout. Beautiful take, caught and bowled.
At long last, they have the wicket. Could so easily have been a game-changing innings, but all the same, it's been fabulous to watch.
Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Was quick onto that in the infield. 2 runs coming from that over. India are 89 for 2.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Cuts that off well in the infield. No shot offered. Over the infield with a cracking shot. Shah has had a pretty good over, just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket. Ralph coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble. On that nicely, good defence. Massive outside edge. Edge, but it drops safely. Finds the fielder with that shot. Edged, what a ball. Can't get that outside the ring field. Well, that was another good over. You can see the frustration growing on the batters. This bowler knows how to give the ball an almighty tweak. Let's see how they go. Wow, that's missed a lot. Finds the edge. End of the over. A good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one. Ralph from the pavilion end. Huge edge. Yorker, and it's broken the pegs. Caught the inside edge, I reckon, too.
So that's the third wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment. No, terrible shot. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Another really good over comes to an end. The batters just haven't been able to cut loose in the last few overs. Straight to the fielder.
And what a strike that is, right into the slot. Great timing and balance. It'll be a maximum.
That ball's been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is ridiculous. Shoulders, arms, and true to the wicketkeeper.
Does very well to quickly get across to this one. Pakistan managed to keep the batters pretty quiet in that over. We're certainly seeing some very good bowling. That's a strong appeal. What's the umpire's decision? On that nicely, good defence. Digs out the Yorker. That's a boundary save for sure. Thick edge. Dug that out well. That's a stunning stop. That was going all the way otherwise. Everyone's gone up. Oh, I thought that was passing, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. Great shot through the gap.
Can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
Rizwan, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Doesn't beat the infield. That's the end of a very good over. Great pressure being placed on the batters here. Ralph from the pavilion end. Nice solid defensive shot. ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Misses everything. Couldn't get it through the field. India weren't given much of an opportunity there. A very tidy over. It's a full toss and worked off the pads nicely. Could well be four.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
Massive outside edge. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Slapped away through cover point, given a bit of whip, and it was punished.
That showed great skill. Lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Things have been kept relatively quiet here. Another good over comes to an end. The bowler looks really confident. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Was quick onto that in the infield. End of the over, 4 off it. India are 131 for 3. Oh, that's 2 full. Nice shot. Could be 4.
Really wasn't a great delivery. It was seen early and dispatched.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Brilliant diving stop. fielders look really confident. Cuts that off well in the infield. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. That's a confident appeal. Ralph from the pavilion end. Edged, what a ball. He's got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Oh, would you look at that straight drive? It barreled straight into the stumps at the other end. That would have gone for four, surely. Finds the fielder with that shot. Ralph ends what has been a tidy over. Just needed to top it off with a wicket. Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be four.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
Don't always mind getting hit for runs. What's important, just focus on getting the next delivery right. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Nicely fielded out deep on the boundary. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. That's been smacked away. Fielders will not stop that.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders. Might look to go big again here.
Beats the bat. Jeez, how has that missed the stumps? Peach of a delivery. Massive outside edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Drilled that one away. Can't get that outside the ring field. Thick edge, no! That's racing away. Ralph shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now. Seven runs added in that over. India 157 for 3. Edged. Everyone's gone up. Finds the edge. Go through. It's high in the air. Fielder coming around, but it looks like it'll carry.
Pierced the gap wonderfully on the offside and cover. A good innings, that's 50. A simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner, and they're ready to go again.
Into the gap and finds the boundary. Wonderful shot for Ford.
Well, that was a poor delivery. You can't bowl there, and it got what it deserved.
That's the over. India 167 for 3. Ralph from the pavilion end. Straight to the fielder. Does very well to quickly get across to this one. The bowler looks really confident. Edge, but it drops safely. End of the over. India 168 for 3. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Big edge. That's a confident appeal. Onto that early, that could be 4.
Picked up 4 with a lovely shot off the front foot.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump. That'll force a mistake. Bowler and the slips have really gone up here. They like it. Power and precision in that shot.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Edged, unplayable. Doesn't beat the infield. End of the over. 8 off it. India 181 for 3. Wow, that's missed a lot. Nicked it. Couldn't get it through the field. By now, that's on the air. Batters should get a few here.
You give that much width and you are asking for trouble. That was so well timed. It flew over the boundary.
Eight runs added in that over. India 189 for 3. Ralph from the pavilion end. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Oh, they took off for a moment, but decided against it. Good decision, I reckon. Oh, I thought that was passing, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. Edge, but it drops safely. 2 runs coming from that over. India 191 for 3. Head over the ball, great shot, that's racing away.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
Rizwan, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Over the infield with a cracking shot. Was quick onto that in the infield. Perfect, right down the middle and flattens that under the boundary.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. End of the over, and a very nicely bowled one. Not much opportunity to score runs there. Shadow, the spinner, coming into the attack. Smacked away. It may carry over the fielder for a maximum.
It's a good delivery, but it doesn't matter when you play it like that. 4 runs.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery, I wonder. Massive outside edge. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Goes over the top with that shot. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Jeez, timed that well. 11 runs added there. India 212 for 3.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. I can just stand and admire that shot.
Going with spin now. Edge, amazing delivery. Good fielding out in the boundary. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Completely done by the Yorker. Great bowling.
It's just another wicket, the 4th now. Sometimes you just have to accept you couldn't do anything about it.
Cuts that off well in the infield. Drilled that one away.
That showed great skill, lovely timing, and boundary was the only place it was heading.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Go through. It's high in the air. Fielder coming around, but it looks like we'll carry.
Outstanding shot. Sold early, not much width to play with, and drove it through the covers for 4.
Over India, 221 for 4. Cut away and through the gap. Lovely shot, right before.
Got onto that so early. Cut shot in front of square, teased the field all the way to the boundary.
That's been smacked away. Fielders will not stop that one.
Quickly into position, and a very successful sweep brought that boundary. A good innings, that's 50. A simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner, and they're ready to go again. Well, the delivery was poor. Still needs to be put away, though. And what a lovely shot to find the boundary.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Smacks that away through the gap.
That showed great skill. Lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries, just to keep them guessing. Over the infield with a cracking shot.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
4 runs. They were so still at the crease. Just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shot.
That's the end of the over. Just magically batting. Nothing the bowler can do other than watch the ball go all over the ground. Masood from the shell end. Finds the fielder with that shot. Onto that early, that could be 4.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that. Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
Great shot, through the gap.
Well, that's textbook perfect. A lovely drive through the covers. No need for the fielders to chase that one.
Back-to-back boundaries, and they make it 3 in a row and really put the bowler on the back foot. Incredible shot, straight through the covers, 4 runs.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, dispatches it to the boundary.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions for this innings. Onto the front foot, super shot, should be 4.
Now that's a difficult shot to get right. Straight back at the bowler with a lot of pace, and the covering fielder had no chance.
End of the over, and what a beauty it was. Say what you want about the bowling, but you still have to hit them. Majestic batting. Massive outside edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Time through the vacant point position, racing to the boundary.
Right out of the textbook, off the middle, and it flew to the boundary.
Whacked away.
It was timed well for 4. Gee, that was a good shot.
It's been a great over so far. 2 boundaries from it. The runs are flowing very easily now. Can't get that outside the ring field. Beats the cover fielder. Nice shot.
Came forward onto the front foot and eased it away to the boundary.
Smashed all over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with them. Perfectly timed.
Starting to hit their stride. Fabulous piece of timing, and they're into the 20s.
Across the stumps and a flick of the wrist. It's wide square leg. Could be four.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
Oh, great shot on the up. Didn't try to hit it too hard. And through the air, but four more.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well-timed, and 4 runs.
Drives it into the covers. Fielders have no chance.
Pierced the gap wonderfully on the offside at cover.
Edge, amazing delivery. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Yeah, too wide. It was there to be hit, and it was really given the treatment.
End of a high-scoring over. Beautiful batting. After hitting the boundary that many times, there's high confidence out in the middle. Oh, well, don't even bother running.
Well, that was a poor delivery. You can't bowl there, and it got what it deserved.
Drilled that one, though.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early, and it was dispatched with a plum.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Saw that early. No one's catching that. That's a great shot.
Had a real flash at that one. Beautifully struck, too.
Shatter over pitches and pays the price. Great shot by the batter. That could be 4.
Flashed away and got it well enough to find the boundary.
Power and precision in that shot.
Well, you can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way. Lovely bit of batting. The century comes up, and really that has been a well-controlled innings. Hasn't given the bowlers much of a chance, that's for sure. Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
That's the end of the over. Just magical batting. Nothing the bowler can do other than watch the ball go all over the ground.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
Edge, but it drops safely.
1 to get for 50.
Oh my, that's racing away.
A poor delivery, and you don't pass up chances like that. Crushed away for 4. A good innings, that's 50. A simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner, and they're ready to go again.
Onto that early, that could be 4.
Threw the hands at it, got it early, but enough on it to get 4.
Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on. Edged, what a ball. Edged, unplayable. End of the over, 13 coming from it. India, 332 for 4. Shatter from the pavilion end. Great shot. Just stepped inside the line and flick of the wrist, and that'll run out to the boundary.
Well, didn't time that at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary. That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant, and that is stayed hit. Fantastic.
Yorker bowls in. Oh, take the sweat off your brow for that one. And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. The task here will be that of support and getting themselves settled into their innings. Nice shot, just a flick off the pads.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot. How will he reply?
Edged. playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over.
Have to go for it now.
Shot. Land back and punch through the gap in the offside, and that'll be forward.
Well, these are the sorts of shots you just stand and admire. Gets onto the back foot and rolls the wrists to keep control and find the boundary.
That's the middle of the back.
That's a lovely flowing drive through the covers to pick up the four.
The shot's certainly being played at the moment. Some good batting mixed in with a little bit of good fortune. 2 boundaries and 2 balls. Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Just opened the face of the bat really well. That's through the infield. There'll be 4 more. This delivery just needs to be pitched up on a length. Too short, and you're going to get punished on this pitch. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Onto the front foot, super shot, should be forward.
Well, that was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary. That's the match. It looked like too many runs were needed in that final over, and so it has proved to be. Great bowling, brilliant win.
Well, that was a very one-sided contest. The result was never really in doubt at all. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. See you again soon.